Tony, thank you. We'll check back in with you soon. The Pennsylvania Emergency Management Agency is obviously closely monitoring this storm this morning and beyond.
That's right. Right now we have PEMA Director Randy Padfield on the phone right now with an update on where the agency is focusing its attention. Randy, thanks so much for joining us. We know that you prepare all year from mornings like this. Just wondering what kind of calls you've gotten so far, crashes, stranded vehicles, medical emergencies, anything you can fill us in on?
Sure. Good morning, James and Gabrielle. The storm is, progressing as we expected. We've had some minor incidents across the state regarding travel and some isolated power outages, but actually nothing significant to report overnight. It looks like everyone is doing their fair part of staying off the roadways. That helps PennDOT, the Turnpike, and the municipalities keep up with the snowfall.
That is very good to hear. We just wanted to mention we are hearing your voice. Somebody popped up, but that wasn't you. We've got you with us this morning on the phone call end of things. Can you fill us in on what your biggest concern is over the next 6 to 12 hours for people out on the roads and for your crews?
I think the biggest concern is to continue to monitor any travel restrictions that we have, especially with the cold temperatures. We do not want to strand individuals out on the roadway for any extended period of time. We also want to continue to monitor the power outages. I think our biggest concern is going into the week with the extended cold temperatures, and that's usually when we see things with frozen and busted water pipes, water main impacts, heating issues with loss of heat in larger facilities that house multiple people. So we'll continue to monitor that.
Hey, Randy, you've seen a lot of these storms. Just wondering your opinion on what you're seeing outside right now as far as the roads around you, whether they be side roads or major roads, just your thoughts.
So, I think while this storm is impactful, it's obviously not historic from a historic snowfall perspective. I think the major issue that we're looking at is it is significant impact across a vast majority of the state, which is not something that we see on a regular basis. But I think it's progressing as we had expected. And it's good to see that actually people are adhering to the advice and the preparedness messaging that we've been doing the last couple of days on the lead up to the storm.
That is really good news. I think the fact that it's a Sunday certainly helps out with that. But if somebody does need to head out, what do you think would be the best time frame for them to do that, and what advice do you have for them?
I think the issue is any time that they need to head out is to try to time their travel so it's not during high impact times. We have the capability of getting up to the minute weather forecast, things of that nature now. So, we encourage people to be weather aware. They can check the road conditions on the 511 network. They can take a look at cameras. So the more information they have to plan their travel is critical. And if they have to go out, make sure that they have an emergency kit in their car in case they do get stranded.
And I just want to reiterate something Randy said off the top here. No major concerns or issues overnight into the morning here. Is that right, Randy?
That is correct.
That's so good to hear.
That is great news, especially on a day like today.
Absolutely. I think just echoing what Randy said, this is not historic in nature by any means. It is happening as expected. But again, you got to heed the warnings and use the resources you got. He mentioned 511. That's a really good one, too.
Exactly. Something that we use all the time here in the studio as well, Randy. Thank you so much for all that you do and for making some time for us this morning. Stay safe out there.
Thank you.